Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining our book chat tonight. My name is Melody McAllister, and I'm coming live from Anchorage, Alaska. And I'm so excited to be here with the author and illustrator of this amazing book, Bullying Has No Color. We will talk with Zavea, oh my gosh, I am butchering your name, Zaa-Vonah Cooper and her daughter, Zoe, and Victor Nobi, the illustrator. And my daughter wanted to join, so I guess she decided to join. Go get a chair, sweetie, and come right up. We read this book this afternoon, and we loved it, so she wanted to be here with us today. And so I'm going to go jump right to it. And just so you know, everybody who's watching, this month, October, is actually National Bullying Prevention Month, and this week suggested was to start conversations among your peers about bullying. So we're doing that today, and I hope that you'll pick this book up. It's a great conversation starter, and it will keep the conversation going. So, all right, let's jump into it. Zaa-Vonah and Zoe, tell us where you're coming from, where you are in the world, and tell us anything about yourselves that you'd like to share.
So I live in New Jersey. I am a senior associate with Horizon Behavioral Health, assisting both provider members with mental health and substance. And my daughter, Zoe.
Hi. Hi, Zoe.
She's in 5th grade. She's a straight A student, and she's excelling, and she's doing great in school.
I love that. And you are a mother-daughter duo. You are both the authors of this awesome book. And I love that Zoe was able to come on with us tonight. And we'll talk about why you guys decided to write this in just a minute. But I just want to say it's great to have both of you here. And now, the illustrator of this wonderful book, Victor, tell us where you're coming in from and just anything about yourself that you'd like to share.
Okay. My name is Victor Nobi. Actually, Nobi, because people find it hard to pronounce. So it's Victor Nobi. I'm an illustrator, digital illustrator. I illustrate children's book from Nigeria. Actually, I hate from Nigeria. So I own a company that helps independent authors and new authors, new publishers, new writers help children's writers publish their book. What we do is we illustrate, we design, help with editing, and we've been in business for about 2 to 3 years, and so far so good. I've helped illustrate over 20 books. Sorry, not 20, over 10 books. We're getting there. Over 10 books. So
that is so cool. And I love, and so actually in Nigeria right now, it's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning, right? Or midnight?
Yeah, this is 1 a.m.
Thank you. Thank you for sacrificing your sleep.
This is how it is. You know, we grind at night.
Yeah. Well, thank you. We appreciate it, because I wouldn't be joining a call at 1 in the morning. I'd be sleeping, snoring really loud. So the reason that I know both of you is through a Facebook group where children's author and illustrators, they're able to meet. Is that how you guys met, or how did you meet?
So we met because my cousin, somehow she found him, and I saw his work, and I saw that he did pretty great work, and I said, wow, I'm going to reach out. So that's what happened. I reached out, and we were able to work out. Victor, you assisted me with everything pertaining to the book, and I truly appreciate it.
That's awesome. And we'll talk, and I'm going to let Victor tell us about his inspiration, but I want to just, these illustrations are gorgeous. And I have to say that I get to see Victor's samples of his different
Thank you.
illustrations because of the Facebook group, and everything that you put out there, Victor, is top notch, amazing, and beautiful. So I want to share that. Okay, so
Thank
tell
you.
us, lady. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing. How did you write? Why did you write Bullying Has No Color? Tell us your story.
Sorry.
Okay, so we wrote this book because at a young age we were both getting bullied. So we wrote this book about bullying, on how you should deal with it, stuff like that, what it's like, and that basically.
Wow.
So yes, there were plenty of occasions where I had to go to her school, speak with the principal, discuss different methods on what can be done and what needed to be done. And, it generally made it to where she didn't want to go to school. So I started noticing things, when I realized that she would make up being sick because she didn't want to go to school. And I'm just like, okay, this is happening a lot. And I know that she loves going to school. This is a child that I don't have to fight with to go to school. And, I just knew something was going on. So I started asking the questions and, we took it step by step and we resolved the issue. So it was, something that she went through and that we were able to resolve.
Wow. That's good to hear that it is resolved because it's sometimes, and I've worked in the school, a school, and it doesn't always feel like it gets resolved. A lot of times it kind of drags through the years. And parents, I know this affects children and parents in just a very deep way. Something that you guys wrote about in your book that my daughters, it really resonated with my own daughters is in the book you were talking about how the character, when she first reported the bullying incident to her teacher, it actually wasn't a great thing. The teacher didn't necessarily do the best thing for everybody. The teacher was upset and wanted to help. Look, my memory is fading. The main character, tell me her name.
The main character.
Yes.
Okay.
Chrissy.
Yes,
Chrissy.
Christina.
So when Chrissy talked to the teacher about it, the teacher took away recess for everybody, which only it made her look even worse in the eyes of her classmates and everybody that was getting bullied. And so we talked about that because, my daughters were like, yeah. And as a teacher myself, it was, we don't always do the right thing. And I told my daughters this, we're not always doing the right thing because there's not really a protocol because it is very complex. And even if there is a protocol, it doesn't mean that it's going to be solved like this. So I appreciated that you put something that was realistic in there because as teachers, we don't always do the right thing. We try hard, but we make mistakes ourselves, and it's a learning process. And I loved how you put the parents, you guys went to the school and then of course the main character, looks her bully in the eye and, she doesn't shrink back from it. It was just a very good story. How did you, who was the main writer, or did you both share equally?
We both share equally because it was something that we were both able to add collectively to, because it's something that I have experienced as well. But in my situation growing up, when I was bullied, I ended up becoming the bully. So, which is another thing that I have discussed. And then, that altered me in a way because I figured that's the way you're supposed to be, realizing until, my life changed. And that's when everything became a clearer and bigger picture that, no, this is not the way you're supposed to be. You should treat people the way you want to be treated, with kindness, even if they don't treat you nice, even if it's not, being reciprocated, you still have to provide them with the same, same behavior as being nice and respect them. Just tell a trusted adult or a teacher, and then, you can take it from there.
And what was it and I love that you shared that. Thank you for being so transparent about that. What is it that made you decide that you didn't want to be a bully?
Honestly, it's when I gave my life to Christ and I realized that's not the way you're supposed to live your life and the way you're supposed to be.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That's
You're
beautiful.
welcome.
And I love how you actually put that in the end of the book. So we talked about the different ideas, talk about how you can stop a bully at school. Why do children bully others? Like you have all of these discussion points in here. And I loved that. And I loved that even, and why should you stand up to your bully? All of these are wonderful gems. And I love that you made the bully, you made us understand that bullies are people too. They are worthy of care and value, though, like you said, they are not doing the
Yeah.
right thing, but they're humans. Victor, I know you have a lot to say. Go ahead and share your thoughts.
So what I really loved about the book is most books about bullying is mostly between um, white and black. It's mostly between races, and they mostly want to talk about how white kids bully black kids, how black kids bully white kids. But this one really made it clear that bullying is something that's general, not about race. So it just happens, um, and that's something I really loved about the book. And the my inspiration for this for illustrations is I'm a very big fan of um, Disney.
Mhm.
If you look at my illustrations, you'd see Disney in them. Like it speaks Disney, it screams Disney. So
It does.
that's one of my biggest.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love this picture of the family.
So yeah. Hmm.
When you said that, like, did you both collaborate on the title together? Because it sounds like it was important to both of you that bullying has no color. Was that something that you talked about together, or was that a title that you picked out by yourself?
No,
So
no.
it
Actually,
was.
she came with the title, and I. You go, you go.
It's okay, Victor. You can go ahead.
So she came with the title, and I connected with it. It was something that really drove my spirit. It was very very good, and it helped with you know adding feeling, adding touch, adding mind to the pictures. It really really is really great.
I love that. And Zaa-Vonah, what inspired you and Zoe to give this book, this title?
So it took us a while to come up with that title. Actually, we changed the title, I want to say about 2 or 3 times before we were actually able to come up with the perfect title. And that was something that resonated with us. Bullying has no color because, as Victor did mention, it's not just white and black, black and white, different other race, other ethnicities. It's it's everyone. So everyone encounters it. But
Yeah.
pertaining to, oh, I don't like how someone walk or how someone look or how someone speak or how they dress. So it's different situations for everyone.
Mm-hmm. We have a comment coming in. Oh, my friend Rochelle says hello. Hello, Rochelle.
Hello.
And I dropped, if you are
I
interested, yes, and I just wanted everyone to know that I did drop the link to buy this book on Amazon. You can find this on Amazon. I put that in the comments. Um, and I just, because I think this is a great topic, and I love everything that you're saying, and the fact that you were able to come together as an author, as an illustrator, and you did have a vision that was shared, something that was shared in your heart too. I think that's phenomenal. And I know I didn't mean to cut you off, but I feel like I did. Is there anything else you want to share about the illustrations, Victor? Anything about this story that was special to you? Oh, I can't hear you. Victor? Darn. Okay,
Sorry.
now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Yeah. So what was really special to me in the story was the connection between the child and her parents. So most like parents don't have time to listen to or connect with their children when they or see these signs that they make. You get used to these signs when your child is feeling I really loved about this book. The parents were really um, connecting with Christina.
Mm-hmm.
So even there's a page in the book they where the mother and the her father were talking about how they can handle the situation, and that's one good page in the book. So
I can put that up there. Was it
just the
this
love,
one?
the love,
Was it this one?
yeah, and the one before that, that one
Okay.
and the one before that,
Oh yes, when they were talking together.
yeah,
I know. Is
yeah.
it? I love all of the illustrations. They are just
Yes.
so beautiful and just like I would love
Thank
to,
you.
Victor, to have you illustrate a book of mine someday. Um, and something also on the back that I love. I got to talk about this with my little girls. Was you put these messages. I am somebody to be valued. I am a leader. I am kind. And when parents come together, like you
Yeah,
were saying, Victor, and they really talk to each other and to their children, I think that those are messages that we really help instill in our children when we have that foundation at home. So I'm glad you brought that up. Um, and there's another comment. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. And so, um, in your own experience, so this in the book, the bullying experience, it was wrapped up, because it's a story, and so it's not always going to be based completely on reality. I understand that as an author myself. About how long did it take in real life for you to get the situation cleared up or resolved? I guess not cleared up, but resolved.
Oh, as far as the situation with my daughter's school or just in
Yes.
the so it did take some time. It really became frustrating to where I started to feel really angry inside. And, you know, like even the mom who came to the school, she was very hostile. So you can just only imagine, the behavior of the child was in the same manner. So, but I still had to remain calm and I still had to remain, you know, professional and, just making sure that my children, my child, my daughter, know like this is not the way that you act. Even though someone is being belligerent, you still shouldn't, retaliate back in the same way. And to be a bigger person, to be a leader, and to be kind. And I always explain that to my daughter: be a leader, be kind. I do tell her that because that is important. I express to her because she's, very emotional at times. So I explained to her, you have to treat someone the way you want to be treated. And even if you see others, your so-called friends or peers, classmates, treating someone else differently, don't join in on that because that's not fun. It's very hurtful to someone else. And you hear stories, especially being in the mental health and substance abuse field, you hear so many children wanting to commit suicide, wanting to take their own life. And that's not something that, you will want for someone else.
Right. Wow. So powerful. Zoe, how has your life changed since you helped write a book that was published? How has that affected you?
That's a good question. I'm not really sure how to really answer that.
Do you feel super proud of being able to do it?
Yes.
Have you talked about it with your school and your classmates?
Yes.
How have they received it?
They said it was a very good idea and they actually liked the book. My teacher actually bought the book and read it to her children, and she said they loved it.
That is so cool. That is so cool. And I think that if it wasn't a pandemic, it would probably, I mean, what is school like even? Are you guys are in New Jersey?
Yes.
So, I mean, and I feel for you, your book was published during a pandemic, dang it. So I know that's frustrating, but like, has your community helped celebrate it also, or has that slowed, you know,
Well, it has slowed down some, but all in all, it's still been a great process, so I still, that's great within itself. But they're doing remote, like they're not in the physical school, and I'm okay with that. Their health is more important. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I hope that when things are safer and when we're able to be together in a safe way, it would be so cool, Zoe, if like you actually read this with your classmates. I can just imagine those kind of opportunities, just that are still going to come, because this story has a message that is very timely for now and for all the time that is coming. It's not going to go away, I mean, we'd love for bullying to go away, but because we are complex beings, we're always going to be facing stuff like this. So, but congratulations. Zoe, is there anything that's on your mind that you'd like to say?
No.
Well, I think it's so cool that as a young person that you have a strong voice and that you realize you don't have to wait to grow up to write a book. You've got something worth saying right now, and your mom coming alongside of you and both of you writing together. I just think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So congratulations on your book. And
Thank
Victor,
you.
Thank you.
And Victor, congratulations on the beautiful illustrations and the message also. I think this was definitely a work of heart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so, do you tell us how we can follow your work?
Victor?
Victor, go ahead. Yeah, Victor, tell us how we can follow your work.
You can follow me on hello? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Vobi Studios, right there, and Facebook. You can reach me on my personal page on Facebook, Victor Nobi. So, yeah.
Awesome. And Zaa-Vonah and Zoe, are you going to be writing any more books?
Yes, we do plan on writing more books, but between school, them in school, me being in school, me working, it slowed down. And because I have all intentions on hiring Victor again, I don't even want to look anywhere else. So it's I can't wait. It did slow down the process. I did start writing, but not sure where I'm going with it yet.
Wow, that is so cool. I love that. And you have your email on here. Do you ever do like author read alouds or anything like that?
I wouldn't mind doing I wouldn't mind doing author read alouds. I haven't done any yet. Well, I did read the book to my youngest daughter's class, and they loved it. But I wouldn't mind doing other read alouds. That would be great.
Awesome. And so I just want to put note on here. So Zaa-Vonah it's Zaa-Vonah Cooper at gmail.com, and your IG is Mrs. Z_Cooper. So
Yeah.
please find her if you are interested, because I know teachers are watching this right now. If you're interested in an author read aloud, please get a hold of her. And then I'm going to put Victor up there too. His IG is at Vobi Studios. And so I hope that you'll follow both of these amazing author and illustrators. I'm so glad. I just want to say thank you for coming on here and talking. I've wanted to do this since I read your book when it came out in May. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful book. Here we go. It's just so beautiful. And I love the heart that both you and Victor have put in this. And before we go, is there anything that you want to, any last words that you want to say?
I truly appreciate you having us on today. It was great. Thank you. Thank you for.
You are so welcome. It is my pleasure and honor to share space with you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Victor, is there anything you'd like to say before we end our broadcast?
Thank you for. Yeah, I'd like to say thank you for having me here, and this is quite new for me because I've never been on any book charts, so it's a new
Well, we're going to do it
experience.
again. Yeah,
Thank
this is
you
your
for
first
having me.
time,
I
but we'll do it
appreciate it.
again. Yes. Thank you. And thanks for giving up your sleep because you are in Nigeria. We are global. New Jersey, Alaska, Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're like meeting at different parts of the world. So this is super cool.
Yes, it is. What time is it there?
We are 4 hours behind you. So it's just about 4:30 here.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you're like 126, one something in the morning. Oh man, this is great.
It is. It is great. And it was a complete honor for me to share space with all of you. I appreciate it so much that you took the time to come and join me and talk about your beautiful book. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you. You have a great one. It was a pleasure.
Yes, it was. Everybody, we'll see you again next week.
Thank you.
Bye.